Good afternoon, everybody. It's Frank Fry, the Gaming Geezer, here live and direct from uh, Gainesville, Florida. Today I want to talk about a game that I really like. In fact, it's part of a line of games that I have had a great deal of fun and success running. And that is Eden Studios' Cinematic Unisystem. It's really lives up to its name. It's very cinematic. It's a simple system. It involves only a D10. That's all you need. I like that. I like that a lot. It makes for quick, easy storytelling. But today we're going to look at the game that has been called the ultimate expression of the Unisystem, Ghosts of Albion. Okay, this is the core rule book. In fact, this is the only rule book you're going to find, just like their other one, Army of Darkness, which is sitting out on my shelf in the living room. Okay, this game is written by Amber Benson and Christopher Golden and Timothy Brannan, who I've met. I've met uh, Amber Benson at World Horror Con in New Orleans in 2013. I met Tim Brannan at Gen Con, so I know these people. At least I have met them, talked with them about the games. Okay, so we'll just dive right in. Ghosts of Albion is based on a actually animated series from the BBC of the same title. It is the story of uh, the Swift family, who are the protectors of Albion, along with some supernatural friends such as the ghost of Boudica and Ghost of Lord Byron. It's actually set in the 1830s. So we're talking early Victorian, 1830s, 1840s. And it has a wonderful amount of stuff in it. In fact, this is not just a rule book with a setting. This is basically a toolkit. Character generation involves, it's a point buy, essentially, which I know a lot of people probably like. I'm flipping through the magic book here so I can make sure I get my terms right. Yes, your basic attributes, as they're called, are strength, intelligence, dexterity, perception, constitution, and willpower. That gives you that's your basic character. You have a set list of skills: armed mayhem, athletics, crime, drive right, engineering, fisticuffs, marksmanship. The skills are named so they kind of gives you that Victorian flavor. We have armed mayhem. Basically, how good are you with a sword, etc., etc. And then we have fisticuffs. Put up your dukes, buddy. And I will personally, you get the idea. It's fisticuffs, okay? And we have other things: knowledge, languages, marksmanship, including one called wild card, which is there to kind of give you a little specialized knowledge. You also have qualities, you have drawbacks. Qualities you have to pay points for, drawbacks you get points for. And they have 3 levels of characters that you can play. Play apprentice level, which is the lowest. In their Buffy the Vampire Slayer uh, game, they're called white hats. These are kind of these are low. However, you get a lot of drama points, 20 of them, and believe me, you're going to spend them. Journeyman has the mid-mark point. You only get 10 drama points for, to use with that one, but your stats are better. You get more attribute points. You get more quality points. You can take up to 10 drawback points, 25 skill points. You get the idea. You distribute these around. You take your attribute points, you distribute them among, well, your attributes, of course. And then Master, which jumps it up to a whole level, 25 attribute points, 25 quality points, 30 skill points, but you only get 10 drama points. So it's a trade-off. What this does is this actually allows you to have parties of varying skill levels. And like in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, we had Buffy, we had who was the Slayer, who, really, she was the center. And usually in those games, in other games, whoever is playing the Slayer, yeah, that's the big honcho. Here, yeah, it's the same way. Probably the Master would be like a protector, who's a supernatural guardian of a place, defending it from all sorts of supernatural threats. In this book, they have a number of very interesting qualities. Qualities are things you can buy. Well, first of all, you can also buy packages, which gives you skills and such. You can create your own even, if you're so desire. Now that's in actually the Angel core book, where you can create your own, demons and what have you. I know I've used it very, I like it. So you can put all sorts of things. You can play Fae. Yes, that's right. People have been clamoring for that for a long time. You can play people who are Fae touched. God, here I keep going on. You can play vampires. You can play, just all sorts of various supernatural creatures. Now, one of the best parts about this is the magic system. The magic system is one of the best I have ever seen, where you actually have mages that you have a certain philosophy, like a mage's school. And you have spells that school specializes in, and then, of course, you have general spells. It's very interesting. One of the more interesting parts about it is that, let me back up for a second. Success, well, here's how it works. You take your skill level, your attribute, and a D10. That's it. And you roll them. Or rather, you roll the D10 and you add it to your skill level and your attribute. That's all there is to it. Now, you can do other things that'll boost it. You can spend a drama point, it's to boost it. You can do all kinds of things with it, to help boost it. What you're looking for is success. An opposition is the target number. You have to exceed that, and if you do, your success is leveled by how much you exceed the target number. And it's usually printed right on the character sheet, so let me go ahead and oops. Oh yeah, success level. If your die roll totals 9 to 10, you get 1 success. 11, you get success levels. And the number of success levels is how well you do. A total of 9 to 10. Here's 60. I'm dead. So you did all right, all the way up to incredibly, ripping 33 to 35. That's a lot of success. That's 10 success levels. You can do all kinds of things. If you do that, now the great part about the magic spells, one of the things I really like is if you get a lot of successes, you reach a certain point, you can add flourishes. It means the spell succeeded, better than you had hoped. Wow. Holy moly. But you flourishes. I like that idea. I like it a lot. I really do, because there's all sorts of things you can do. You hit that flourish level, you can make the spell last longer, have a longer range, all sorts of things, all sorts of things. And from it works, and it works very well. Now, another great thing about this book is you can combine it with a whole lot of others. In fact, just anything else really in the cinematic unisystem range. So you have Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the core book. Angel, which is very good. If the Angel RPG based off the series Angel, I highly recommend you get a hand on that. If I understand correctly, I believe Bag of Holding has got a lot of these PDFs in a bag, in a group that you can buy. Go spend the money and buy it. It's worth your time. Another one. We have Angel, we have Buffy. For those of you of a comedic bent like I am, and who enjoy a good game, Army of Darkness, the RPG. All of these are compatible. All of these. So you can have yourself just an incredibly creative time. You could tell fantastic stories. And in terms of style, now this is cinematic, so they tend to do this like, the outlook is like a movie director. You're the producer director. But it'll work all over the place. For those of you who like the emergent storytelling, quite honestly, I like both styles, but this works very well too. Especially too when you want to work on when you want to work on something interesting, something different. I ran a campaign a number of years ago called Dark Streets using the Angel. In fact, I've run a couple of campaigns using Cinematic Unisystem, and they've all been very good, very enjoyable. People had a good time, and what more could you ask? So in conclusion, let me just say that buy this book. Indeed, you won't regret it. Buy the bundle, which is available at Bag of Holding. I don't have the URL memorized. I'm 66 years old. I got enough stuff already hard. It's already hard to memorize. This is Thursday, isn't it? Anyway, buy this. It's a simple system. It's enjoyable. This is the ultimate iteration, but pick up any of them. And by the way, this doesn't have to stay in the Victorian era. These rules can be used for just about any era. My favorite is late Victorian, around 1890. But you could use a lot of the things in here to whoop up Harry Dresden, a Harry Dresden / John Constantine style of campaign, modern times, modern demon hunting. That's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed it. Get the book. Explore the world. Look at the system. Because I don't like the fact you only need one. You only need a D10. I really do. Plus a lot of imagination. Okay, everybody. Until next time, have fun. Play games.